just feel like
Delighted to hear it.
I mean, these are sweaters you buy one time and you wear for many, many years. This is Barry Cullen, and he comes to us from Aran Craft, and this was actually a company that your grandmother started.
Yeah, it was started in 1957 by my grandmother Molly, and it's been continued on then by her sons, my father Paul and John Cullen, who was actually a guest here for many years. And actually, there's a photograph of her right now. So that photograph was actually taken in 1929 when she had just come to America with her sister Etty. They came over to try and earn some money and then send money back to their families. So when she actually came back to Ireland to try and start her business, the local bank wouldn't give her any money because she was looking to start the business on her own. So it was actually her sister who remained working as a governess in America for many years after that, who sent the money back for her to buy her first knitting machine.
Wow, and look at where this business has grown, because now we're doing sweaters that have that same beautiful traditional stitch work, but also they're done in a way that is so modern. This is a really flattering sweater. It's something you can layer, and I'll take you through the colors starting right here. This is the beautiful chambray, so this is a light blue. We have it in natural. We're doing extra, extra small through extra large. Here, I'm sorry, double XL. This is what we're calling soft pink. I'm wearing it in medium violet. Oh, thank you about that.
Yep.
Here it is in aqua. Can we hold the aqua against the chambray
Oh,
so
sure.
you can see the difference?
Yeah, they're very different.
So here's the aqua, here's the chambray, and then one more to show you. This is this gorgeous stone. We are the most limited in stone, only 3 dozen to go around, large through double X large. Okay, over 18,000 of these have been ordered. For anyone who's never worn merino wool, this is not what you think of when you think of a wool sweater. There's no itch factor.
So if you think about the very old-fashioned kind of style of sweaters that you might have had as a child, that were itchy against the skin, you can throw all the ideas out the window. The merino wool, it's a very fine, it's a very high quality wool. It can be worn directly against the skin. Supposedly the Emperor of France, the Son Emperor of France, Louis XIV, had his undergarments made out of merino wool. So I think
and he didn't want any itches there.
I think we can rest assured that it's going to feel very nice against your skin.
It's super, super soft, you know. And at this price, 4 easy payments of $23 and change, you are really getting an incredible amount of workmanship and beauty for this price. Now, what I think is interesting is that each sweater tells a story, just like they always have.
That's the beauty of this style of knitwear. It started in these 3 islands off the coast of Galway called the Aran Islands, which it consists of Inishmaan, Inishmore, and Inishir. So as David told you, with Inish perfume, Inish means island, and then so what the 3 names mean is big, little, and middle island.
Gotcha.
So this would have been fishing communities, and the wives, mothers, and grandmothers found that basically by doing this style of kind of cable knitting, they were able to bulk out their sweaters, and that it was able to make them much more durable for the men when they went out to go fishing. And after a while, certain families did certain techniques. Some did more cable, some did more diamonds, and it certainly became something that a family was almost identifiable by the patterns that were on their sweaters.
It's actually fascinating. So you could tell where, like, the family of one guy from the next, just based on the sweater he was wearing. Yeah. So take me through the stitches that we have here.
Sure. So the classic stitches that you can see here, these 2 here are 2 fishermen's cables. So that's this one here and this one here. So these represented the ropes that the fishermen would use to haul up their sails, to pull in their nets, and it really was a wish for a bountiful catch and a happy life for their family. And then as you see as it comes down here, this cable actually turns into a diamond stitch, and you see that it gets increasingly large as it goes down here. So the diamond, of course, it's a girl's best friend, but it's also a symbol of wealth and prosperity. But this is a really great example of how we use the traditional stitches to actually add a design feature. As you can see, as these diamonds get bigger and bigger, they're using a little bit more material, so they're actually causing a little kick out in an A shape at the bottom.
It ends up being a very, very flattering sweater. Like anyone who wears knows fashion knows that A lines are very flattering on women.
Yeah,
and that's what
it just wanted to skim the hips.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And then to show the quality of this, look at the edges on both the sleeves and the hem of the sweater.
So we call this a scallop edge, and really what it means, it's this kind of rounded shape it's the same shape as the scallop shell that you find on the seashore. And really what we were trying to do is a kind of a tribute to Irish lace. So there's always been a tradition of making very fine detailed lace, and so I think the style was known as pointelle. And really what we're trying to do here is to recreate that in merino wool. And it has a double effect. It makes it look very feminine, but also it lightens up the end of the garment. That it means it's always going to have a little bit of movement to it and a little bit of a play. So it's not going to cling to you like some ham.
Now, tell me how we care for these sweaters.
So I suppose the first thing is we don't recommend hanging them. This is just purely for demonstration purposes because the weight of the wool can just kind of misshape in the garment. Yeah. Realistically, you don't have to do a lot of care. We say don't put them into a washing machine. Hand wash only, or dry clean only if you really need to.
Yeah.
But because of the natural oil that's actually in the wool, they actually they're not very adherent to stains.
Yeah.
The most you might need to do is maybe to air them out for half an hour or something like that.
Awesome.
Fold them in a drawer, and you'll have them for many years.
So 4 easy payments of $23.91. You're looking at the sweater in stone right there, and then also that beautiful soft pink. And anyone who's gone to Ireland recently knows you could not go to Ireland and for the equivalent of 95 American dollars probably get a sweater like this.
And you definitely won't get all these colors.
Absolutely not. In fact, you bring more colors to QVC and Q2 than you even
It's a promise.
give to
It's a
your
promise
Irish
we make. We will always
Yeah.
supply more colors to QVC than anybody else.
even to your own Irish market.
Yep.
So I say go to Ireland, enjoy everything about that stunningly beautiful
Buy your
company
sweaters here.
or country, but then come here to buy your sweaters. Absolutely. Super soft merino wool. Buy it one time, wear it over the course of a lifetime. That's the quality we're talking about. They are works of art and so comfortable. The other thing I really enjoy about these sweaters, Barry, is that yes, on the very coldest days, this will be the sweater you reach for, but it's not a sweater that's going to make you too hot.
It isn't going to be. It's not like because it's a natural fiber, and of course there's a really big movement now to going back towards natural fibers, durable fibers, fashion that isn't disposable.
Yeah.
So this is something, because it's a natural fiber, it has little air pockets within the stitches that basically trap little pieces of air, and that basically regulates your temperature. So what it should keep your body at the temperature it is, and prevent you from getting too hot or too cold.
I love that you just said fashion that's not disposable. Like, I think in our search for things that are really quality and where we really feel like we got to get our money's worth, and sort of that move away from disposable everything, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it nice just to buy really good, beautiful quality? And that's what you're getting here. Made in Ireland, no place else in the world. It's not an Irish style sweater. This is a made in Ireland sweater from 100%
You want to look
super
for the Aran
soft
Crafts label.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll take you through the colors again. This is the beautiful chambray. We have it in the natural. These are all true to size. This is soft pink. Oh, thank you. Medium violet. That's what I have on. Barry, I like standing next to you. You like take everything off there in aqua. Usually I'm like struggling to hold them. Here it is in the stone. It's a really flattering sweater. It's just a very, very simple shape. Now the sweater itself, there's nothing simple about it. You can see all these gorgeous, all of the gorgeous cables and all this knitwork. But when it comes to just the shape of the sweater, it's super easy. It is your classic cardigan. Looks great with a white shirt under it. I'm wearing it with just my own black GLE t-shirt. I mean,
and if you're wearing with a collared shirt or something like that, it's perfect for wearing to work. If you're in an office that has a lot of air conditioning or something like that,
yeah.
You want something to just kind of take a little bit of the nip out of the air.
Look how beautiful. This is not the sweater you find down at the local department store. It just doesn't exist out in retail like this.
No, and for how much merino wool goes into making these, it's a true commodity now. It's actually difficult to source even the raw materials before you even dye them in the colors you want.
Wow.
So we always say you remember the quality long after you've forgotten the price of these sweaters.
Yeah, well that's true, but I think you get it home today because of that price. I mean, look at this sale price. 4 easy payments of $23.91. I would rather have one really good sweater like this than, 5 $20 sweaters from
That'll
the
last
bargain
one
bin.
wash.
Yeah, by next year I'll be sick of, or they'll pill or fade or stretch.
But I think the thing that points to being a very good style is something that year after year people still want. It's something that has a timeless element to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And just, I just want to show you, even the back of these, everything about them is so beautifully made. It's not like the cables only go down the back. This is all the way around. And I like how you guys do the cables. They end up being very flattering on a woman's body.
Yeah, we always try to do a top down, a vertical cable, because it naturally draws the eye down and gives a flattering silhouette.
So this is our cardigan, but coming up we're going to do, a longer sweater that's really popular. We have a zip sweater. So lots of different styles in this show, but I do want you to know that this is the last show for all of our wonderful Irish guests until St. Patrick's Day 2020. So we're doing these in some spring colors. Stock
Now's
up
your chance
now.
to get them.
Of course you wear these all the time, but if you see something you like, please don't wait, because when they're gone, they're gone again until at least March, and I don't know that
We
it'll
can't.
be back
We
at the
haven't
sale
even confirmed
price.
if we're going to be we're going to be reordering this anyway.
Oh gosh.
I believe so.
Okay.
Get them
Well,
when
you
you
better
can.
get it now. All right. So chambray, natural, soft pink. Here's the violet. Then we have it in this beautiful aqua and stone. Only 2 dozen left in the stone, and then that will be gone until at least March, or maybe even officially retired. So beautiful. And if you love this idea of merino wool sweaters, well, we are going to show you several more over the course of this 2-hour show. So Barry will be back with us.
I'll
It's
see
so
you in a
nice
few
to
minutes.
see you. Okay, but right now, excuse me, ladies. I have not been on the air with this gentleman in I don't know how many years. So what a delight to be here with Stephen Walsh, who I learned tonight. Every time I've ever talked